But for me, it's like, why be on the left when the left, nothing on the left is anything but supportive of absolute degeneracy across the board. Given that, I was a socialist in the 80s, right? I was socialist because it was economic. See, Thatcher, although she's regarded as a nice old lady, to me, well, it wasn't that to me, it was that she did what I felt was reprehensible, which is destroying huge amounts of Britain's manufacturing base. And that never come back. And this happened in Reagan's America in the 80s. And people on the right don't see that because they're not on the right in the way I am, and in the way very traditional Catholics are. You protect your industrial base, and Trump sees that for all his faults. But you see, when we speak of moral issues, the left me when it started going on about these social issues, the rights of transsexuals, homosexuals, and so on. Because I was a Catholic and a socialist. But I learned, but that was in the 1980s I was. But I learned that socialism is not about economics. For example, the first country to legalize abortion anywhere on earth was the Soviet Union in 1920.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it was the first one to talk about collective rearing of children to undermine the nuclear family. And so you see,
that's a really good point.
This is part of the very makeup of socialism. I just didn't realise it because I was in a phase in England where socialism, British socialism, was focused on economic issues, and standing against the Tories and their neoliberal, let industry go attitude. That was because I was basically an economic nationalist, and I still am. But it's not necessarily possible in Britain now, maybe in America, but not here, because they've destroyed it. But nonetheless, going back to what socialism really is, it's not about nationalising, it's about corrupting the moral structure of the nation. And that's what the Soviet Union did.
You see, I'm not convinced with that. We're going to have to disagree with that.
Well, tell me about socialism today.
No, I'm not going to, because you know far more than me and I won't be able to get it right. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't necessarily have to be that, because I consider myself a socialist. I don't get my moral view from socialism. But I don't believe it's right to be Catholic and condemn people. I don't believe it's right to say, I am Roman Catholic, I go to Mass every day. That transsexual is terrible, and I'm going to make fun of him. I think this should not be allowed in the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
and if you're a Catholic that does this, you are missing the mark.
Yeah, I'm not fussed about doing that, but I would simply say to a person who's of that persuasion, you are not a woman, you are a man.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But would you then make fun of it?
I hopefully wouldn't make fun of anybody.
Okay, good.
Unless it was a comedy show.
And would you say it is right to make fun of these people?
No, I couldn't.
Of course not. That's the point I'm
this
making.
is playground stuff. It's juvenile,
the reason I say yes, but these particular Catholic young politicians said, as Catholic, we should start making fun of these people and vilify them. No, we shouldn't. He said, in the same way that we picket abortion clinics, we should make fun of transgenders. No, we shouldn't.
So now, where is it in the Labour Party, of which you're a member, where is the sign that they're departing from the absolute evil that they promote? So that you may one day say, right, in my lifetime, they're
not, Phil. They're not.
So what are you doing with these guys?
Because they're the closest. Okay, they are the closest party that has the vision of what I want a society to be.
Which is?
I want a society where everyone is free and liberal, and the poor and the less off are looked after.
Okay.
And where we can live, but that does not mean that debauchery is allowed.
Okay.
That does not mean that let's do whatever I like and it doesn't matter.
It's that equality thing that is your issue.
Yes.
All right then. Now,
and looking after the poor.
Consider this now. We've had an increase in the UK population since about 1990 of 10 million.
Yeah.
40% of all the legal immigrants who are here have come here in the last 10 years. We're basically in a massive increase in the population. So you can't see an average British person getting a flat or a house at a reasonable price, if at all. You can't see a person getting good treatment on the NHS. I used to get doctors that come out to me when I was a kid.
They're not going to happen.
And they came out. And I got good dentistry free because we're poor, you know. So what you want, what I had in Britain was what you want for Britain now. But the left-wing policies of the people who gain power and are on the left are guaranteeing that the benefit system is going to break down. The National Health Service is breaking down. And of course, the crime rate is through the roof. When I was growing up, where I was living, you could walk anywhere and not get knifed or shot or beaten up. But because of these left-wing policies, pursued also by Tories, you've seen the destruction of the things you want.
Yeah, no, but wait. That's not the point I'm trying to make, which I agree with everything you said. That's not the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.